I'm just setting up my fish finder bracket, which I got off of Amazon. Here is the brand. The kayak that I have is the Pelican Sentinel 100 Angler from Costco. The bracket piece right here actually fits perfectly in this slot, but the trouble I'm running into right now is determining whether it is like too close to the seat, just because when I paddle, it actually comes fairly close to the end of that bracket. So I'm thinking about just moving this up here, something along those lines, so it gives me a lot of room to paddle and I'm not constantly banging the fish finder, because I just bought a brand new fish finder. I used it in the winter. It's the Garmin Striker 4. I do have the ice fishing transducer as well as the I guess just the regular one. So it's kind of what I'm deciding right now, whether I actually place it in the cutout here or the space for it. But like I said, I have a feeling I'll just be hitting or striking the paddle on the fish finder itself. So it's a flat surface. I might actually just extend it a little bit forward like that. Even going down the road, I can add another one of these bracket pieces and place like a rod holder or something like that, but we'll cross that bridge once we come to it. Another problem I have with setting the bracket further back is for my fish finder. Like, I know I can remove the battery, that's not a big deal. I just don't have anywhere to house it. I could get maybe a little box or something like that. But if I kept it in the protective casing, then at least the cord will be able to somewhat reach the back of the fish finder unit. So back there, I want to mount this piece on this bracket right here. But like I said, I don't have any, I guess I could get like maybe a little box or something like that just to protect the battery itself from being exposed to any water or splashing and just corrosion, that sort of thing. So it's kind of what I'm thinking about right now, is just keeping the battery in this housing, having the fish finder mounted on the top of the bracket, and we'll kind of go from there. So I think this is a good spot for right now. It does come with some hardware, 4 nuts and bolts, and then 4 screws. So there are 8 holes, 4 screws will make do. So I'll get my drill and we'll pop some holes in here. So for right now, I'm just going to choose a smaller drill bit. That way I don't drill too large and mess up the screw holes there. So I want them to be grippy. So here goes nothing. Okay, so I got 1 hole punched. I'm going to put a screw in there, just make sure it's nice and secure, and then I'll move on to one that's a little bit further back. So I'll just kind of pre-start the hole there, then slide the bracket right over top of it, and it fits perfectly. So I'll just screw this in. I'll add in the 2 other holes, one right here and one right here. I'll make it nice and snug. And then it actually has this little cutout where you can slide this piece right here. It'll slide in right to the top, and then you can cinch it down and it'll be nice and snug. So pretty easy installation. Now here's that little piece. You can just slide that on all the way to the top, and then just twist this. I need my tripod. You can twist this and secure it and make the proper adjustments so that the arm hangs off the side, and this is where your transducer is going to go. So everything on this bracket is adjustable. It has a little ball here. You can loosen that up. You can move that back. You can adjust the platform for the screen. Once you have it in the position that you want, you can simply just tighten that down. Same with this piece right here. If the sensor or transducer doesn't go below the bottom of the boat, then you can adjust these brackets and you can drop that arm down as well. And this one, I just brought it up so I don't break it before I even use it, something like that. It does have a little swivel mount. I'm just going to detach it from the bracket. And then you're going to want to take this bracket, and according to the specs on Amazon, it should fit one of these patterns here. So the screws that come with the bracket, in fact, do not fit with the fish finder bracket. So the holes line up. I just need to find a little bit of a smaller screw. The ones that come with the fish finder housing are too short and they don't have a nut for the back. So I'm gonna have to go grab some hardware. And we're back. So I picked up these screws, or those nuts, and these screws. So I'm hoping that's long enough. It should be. There's not much gap underneath it. It's a pretty thin plate overall. Let's pop these out. Let's see if it actually works. So it fits in the hole like that. There should be another one that fits right up here. And it does fit onto the bracket like that. That one like that. Perfect. And then enough spot for the bolt or the nut at the back. Put that. There's 3 in this one. Okay, so these worked absolutely perfect. Nice and snug. That ain't going anywhere. So that's the size. I got these from Home Depot for a couple bucks. So now this bracket should just slide right in there, and it can swivel, and you can adjust the heights like that. Beauty. Now we're live from the kayak, and I got plenty of room to paddle here, as well as I can reach forward and adjust this if I need. I can also slide this back if it's too far out of reach, but I think that is perfect. I'm just going to adjust this slightly like that. Perfection. Now it's clean and clear out of my way. I got a good visual of the screen from there. Got my battery pack at the front, and you can see I might build a little box right there just to house the battery, and then I can run the cable to the back of the fish finder itself. Beautiful. Okay, so we ran into a bit of a problem with the, I guess, this transducer type thing. This is the original bracket it came with, so yeah, it has these little teeth so it doesn't swivel. This is the small little arm that came with the housing unit here, and it really didn't work. So I had to take the original piece that came in the fish finder kit, chopped off the top, I drilled a hole in the side, and now she is secure. Oh, we got a visitor. Hi, Pickles. So now I can add the transducer on here. It's going to be pretty solid, and and then we can go fishing. I don't know if there's some sort of adapter piece you can buy for the Garmin, but yeah, this is all just trial and error for me. I've never used a fish finder before, so just make it as you go. So here's what the finished setup looks like. I'll just make the adjustments once I dip that down into the water. Got my little battery pack and transducer attached. So for right now, it's just be housed in here. Got the connections, and we're ready to go.